with a... Gosh, in the last video, we went through the archives. The scarier thing is I don't see it. The scarier thing is that I don't see anything in there. Is it gonna like get me when I jump back over there? What's that gonna do? There is nothing in the water. It's too heavy. There must be an opening mechanism. I was not told there was gonna be. Oh it ate the book! There's another one? Are you serial? oil? Is it for the... Oh, for the... Yeah, that's what it's bloody water, apparently. Where do I go from here? Oh, I'm not too keen about being in here. Is there seriously something to open this one too? Then where is the thing for in here? Where is the thing for this one? Oh, I'm a dumbass. What? I picked up hollow needle. Archive tunnels. That's what the needle's for. Something large and brush. Yeah. I probably won't sleep tonight.
Yes, you will. You're gonna go take your medicine right.
I already did. What? Oh my god. Crystal clear. Oh my gosh. This is amazing. I don't think I did it yet.
Ascending room. Will it take us to the inner sanctum?
It will definitely take care of the vertical part of our journey. So, you have ridden an elevator before?
Yes, the Colosseum at Regent's Park has one. It takes you to the gallery where you can view the panorama.
Good. This ride might be a little longer, and in the other direction.
Of course it's not. Find a way to start the engine that powers the elevator. Well, I saw a door. Huh. For this part? That's the machine. What did it say it was? It's locked. So then there has to be a key or something. What's there here? Study. Which is probably a library. Yes.
My journal is gone. What would they want with my journal? July 1839. I received a letter today from the Algerian governor's office disclosing the fate of Herbert's expedition. About a week after my departure, Abdullah, one of the men traveling with us, returned from the desert. He was badly injured, as if maimed by a lion. The man rambled deliriously about the expedition being attacked by something horrible. The French quickly dispatched a search party to look for the expedition. After searching for days, they found the camp abandoned without any trace of Herbert or his men. Tomorrow, I'll retrieve the things they recovered from Herbert's tent at the customs house. I don't know what to make of it, but I'm worried for him.
Crowbar is probably what I need right now to pry open that door.
3rd of July, 1839. Today I picked up Herbert's things at the customs house. I dug through the trove of documents he had carried and found a log detailing the expedition. The nature of this text ranged from quick notes to colourful accounts of transpired events. I skimmed the pages, trying to figure out what might have happened. May 17th, the day I was trapped inside the orb chamber, Herbert dryly states, "Recovered Daniel after 1 hour of entrapment." This confused me greatly. I was suffocating within minutes. How could I have lasted an hour? I continued reading the peculiar text. Herbert states his facts without judgment or passion. But suddenly I could read frustration into his text. He pushed his men to investigate the underground tomb, an effort which seems to have strained the minds of his men. Madness spread through the ranks, and Herbert had to take some extreme measures to continue. He finally visits the chamber himself, where he retrieves the orb to the surface. His account confuses me greatly. If he has the orb, what are those pieces in my drawing room?
I love you. I love you. Love you.
So if I get damaged, I'm crystal clear. I picked up more oil. So the key to the engine room is an important key hidden in the guest room. Find the key that unlocks the door leading to the machine room. Find a way to start the engine that powers the elevator. Okay.
4th of July, 1839. It's done! The orb is assembled. I was awakened by an exhausting nightmare. Shaking and sweating, I retired to the drawing room with a cup of tea. The relic pieces lay spread across the table as I'd left them, but somehow I knew how it was supposed to be. I fetched the tar, which I had prepared to fix the pieces together, and without fault I joined them, producing the orb I remembered so clearly. The tar proved unnecessary. It was pushed out from the joining pieces as they merged on their own, with no adhesive. The ancient stone relic now rests on my table. Its immaculate surface and perfect shape could have been molded by a factory. This is all too strange.
I can tell. just the sheer fact of like what this game is. Get me out of here! So that's odd, though. Where am I supposed to hide? Like, other than, like, run. Because there is, like, nowhere to hide. Tinder box. The power for Christ's command. Oh, tinder box. Oh my. Oh, come on. Two of my most treasures today, friend. The most remarkable thing happened as I was traveling through the Persian woods this summer. I finally found one of the orbs I have been looking for the last 20-odd years. It is inexplicable as the Helodormus described it in the Hortus Conclusus. It was as it was told about an underground Mithric temple crowned with the unearthly artifact. The orb was big enough to fill my cupped hands, and the texture was smooth and jagged. Its color washed, while rich contrast is not enough to describe its nature. It was an impossibly an artifact paradox captured within the stone. Oh, an artificial paradox. Sorry, captured within the stone. I was studying in a nearby village called, I have no clue. Investigating one of the trails when I finally found the cavern. I went inside and suddenly I could verify the truth of these enigmatic artifacts. They were real. As you can understand, this is the most important discovery of my life, but it has also become my greatest fear. As I entered the underground chamber, I could feel that I was trespassing. Because of my curiosity, I did my best to fight these instincts and fetch the orb from its place. I scrambled out of the chamber and into the woods. I could sense something was following me. It bayed loudly as it closed in. The beast, this guardian of the orb, was relentless in its pursuit. I made my way to a nearby ravine where I stumbled upon some men fishing in the lake. I tried to warn them as I passed, but fortunately they remained as I continued my escape. When I heard their cry of pain echo through the valley, I felt such a tremendous sense of relief, thinking I would be spared. Suddenly a blue shimmering light engulfed me, and the colors of the forest were washed away before my eyes. I kept running through the bleak surroundings. The trees had turned charcoal black with leaves of cinder. The ground covered in murky water. I pressed on through drenched land as the glowing ember gave way to the rising wind and rained on me. I could hear pleading screams in the distance, and I joined in as pain and fear overtook me. I fell to the ground, gasping for air. This certainly must sound strange, but I had been carried miles across the Alps to a grassy field outside of Genoa. The guardian had taken the orb from me, but still until this day I fear its return. Sometimes I lay awake at night listening for the howling cry I heard in the forest. It has been nearly a decade since that day, and I still haven't been able to write about the incident. The last time we spoke, you told me about your interest and ongoing research in the mythic orbs. I realized I owed you the truth about my visit to your friend and mentor. Oh my gosh, this is one of the people who must have worked at the Is that what he was talking about?
Let's see what you have to offer. What a mess. I should have sharpened the saw, but I can sense it. It's definitely there.
The canine spine. Oh. There's a canine right there. Awesome. Another saw. A hammer. A paper. Animal experiment. Canis lupus familiarities. After a short study, it is clear that the aggression found among humans can be found in the dog. Fear and pain induce stress, which seems to trigger an endogenous response. It's kind of like your fight or flight response, is what this thing's saying, causing the animal to burst with energy. I believe that the catalyst is produced in the brain. It is difficult to determine exactly where and what it is. but I can sense it. It reeks of cosmic genesis. There is an inherent problem in harvesting this energy. Since the creature is bound to die from the exercise, I must refine this process of torture to enable any real work to be done. More experiments must be performed, but it seems that only human beings are able to produce the amount necessary. It might be their ability to appreciate the severity of the process that ultimately augments their experience of terror. Well, that truly is something. Chambers of the human skull. Oh my god. Talk about mad scientist. Understanding the balance. The canine jaw. A canine. A bird. Box. My just the sheer fact of like what these dogs and stuff must have went through is truly heartbreaking for me. Because I am a slut for dogs. I feel really bad if a dog is hurt or anything. If I ever hurt a dog, I would never be able to forgive myself. Oh my gosh, there are so many of these things. I have no idea what this is called. But on 1658, January 9th. Further disappointment, the latest findings yielded nothing. I'm still unable to grasp the inner workings of life and its relation to the power I sense within it. I shall pursue more books on this subject, but I suspect it will be in vain. Since no research has been made in their particular interest, I must attempt to fill that void myself. Clearly, humans innate more of the energy I seek, but I hope animals will suffice, as they would prove less of a hassle to acquire. Oh my god! That was scary. Well, that was something I certainly was not expecting. Find another way around the rubble in the study. Okay, how might I find this set other way around? Oh my god. I will end the video here. I recorded part 3, and this was part 4. Part 3 was for today, and part 4 is for tomorrow, because I won't be here tomorrow, as I said before, because I will be in Silver City, so I won't be able to record tomorrow. And I wanted to get this video in, and you can expect these daily, and if I do not post them, that only means if I do not post it, I will post one for that day on another day, on the day, like the day before, like I did for part 4, which should be for tomorrow. Which, when you think about it, for me, it's midnight, like, for me, it is midnight. Well, it's technically 1 o'clock, but it's 12:45 right now. So it's technically tomorrow. It's technically my day for Silver City. But so technically, I did release this on today. So, but technically, this was released today. So I will see you guys, not tomorrow. I'll talk to you guys, not tomorrow, but the day after. So I'll talk to you guys on Friday? Yeah, on Friday, when I record the next part of this game, which I am really excited for. Anyways, bye guys. I hope you guys have a good spring break if you guys are on spring break right now. But bye.